birthday party, am I invited?
Yes. Yes, you're definitely invited. I invite you to all my parties. You just haven't seemed to show up.
No, well, is it on the East Coast?
Yes.
Well, that's why. Why don't you have one here on the West Coast? Because I work all the time.
Okay, well, maybe I have one at your house.
Where's that? I know about that.
No personal beef with Diddy, but it's got to go down. The bits are there. I'm a gold miner. I just found some gold.
Joe Rogan just dropped a comment that set social media into a frenzy, calling out the deafening silence around Ellen DeGeneres. With Diddy dominating headlines over his legal troubles, fans and critics alike are asking the same question. Why is nobody noticing the connections? Ellen's name keeps surfacing, yet many act oblivious. As Diddy faced serious federal charges, the public began digging. Old clips, interviews, and funny moments that seemed harmless before suddenly looked different. Fans quickly pointed out moments on Ellen's show where she and Diddy appeared unusually close, laughing, joking, and leaning into party talk that now seems far from innocent.
All right, we're back with Sean Diddy Combs. Is it Diddy today? Because sometimes you're Puffy and sometimes you're Diddy. Or sometimes you're Daddy. What are you today?
I'm so confused today with it, as long as you say it in a nice way.
The way the conversation has shifted has made old clips and jokes resurface, with fans now reading them as having hidden meaning. But it gets even more interesting when you hear Joe Rogan's take. He pointed out that there's a reason people aren't holding Ellen accountable like they are others. Despite having Diddy on her show multiple times and the party comments being caught on camera, viewers are now rewatching everything, connecting the dots, and seeing it as part of a much larger story unfolding in real time.
It's gonna be a new thing. Are you gonna try to be early?
Yes, I'm trying to be early.
Are you gonna be early for my party?
Yes, I am. No.
No.
You know I have to arrive fashionably late.
All right, not too late though.
Not too late?
Not too late, please.
What time would you like me there?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
But not too late, because you know, once you get there, the party really starts.
Yeah.
You know.
When you pause and really think about it, the silence around Ellen raises eyebrows. Was it just bad timing? Or a topic nobody dared touch? Remember when her show ended after the toxic workplace scandal? That wasn't just a headline. It changed everything about how people saw her. Ellen and Portia even moved to the UK, citing political reasons, but viewers read it as more than that. The BuzzFeed report exposed intimidation, racism claims, and toxic management behind the scenes, contrasting sharply with her Be Kind brand. Executives were removed. Ellen addressed it, but the debate never died. The show ended with Ellen saying it wasn't challenging anymore, though audiences saw it as trust lost. Now, Joe Rogan weighs in, noting how bizarre it was that celebrities flaunted Diddy's parties for years. Joe Rogan didn't hold back, calling out celebrities like Ashton Kutcher and others who bragged about those infamous parties as if it were a badge of honor. He highlighted a big question. How could all these stars attend, joke about, and publicly talk about these events for years, yet claim they saw nothing, while the current allegations tell a very different story? One moment that keeps resurfacing is from a 2018 Ellen interview. Diddy tells her he invites her to every party, but she never comes, adding that the real fun starts at midnight on the top floors. Ellen's reaction suggested she understood exactly what he meant, and that clip has become impossible for the internet to forget.
I've heard this summer there were allegations of a toxic work environment at our show, and then there was an investigation. I learned that things happened here that never should have happened. I take that very seriously, and I want to say I am so sorry to the people who were affected.
Here's why this story keeps getting hotter. Joe Rogan finds it odd that Ellen DeGeneres barely comes up in the mainstream coverage. Ellen hosted Diddy on her show several times, and their party jokes were well-known running bits. Fans even dug up old clips, like a 2002 Conan O'Brien moment where Diddy joked about locking doors at his parties. Back then, it seemed like harmless humor. But replayed now, it feels more like foreshadowing. People started asking, what did Ellen know? And why hasn't she said anything? A 2016 tweet where Ellen called Diddy Cuddle McNuggle stuff resurfaced, and video moments show her avoiding questions. Some viewers saw discomfort. Others saw a normal reaction. Either way, it reignited debate online.
I guess Diddy just kept people at his houses because he's got multiple houses, and he's just had freak out part. Look at him. Look at Saucy Santana. Go, Saucy.
Yeah. No, Saucy's crazy. Have you seen Saucy?
Joe Rogan's point is crystal clear. If someone invites a person on their show repeatedly, jokes about wild party lifestyles on national TV, and reacts like they understand the scene, fans naturally expect them to speak up when things get serious. People want accountability, especially when prior interactions hint at inside knowledge. Rogan's message underscores that being close to high-profile figures comes with responsibility. Silence in the face of allegations only raises questions. Period.
Now, what time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
Uh-huh.
No, it'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, you know, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel. You know?
And then it will carry on there?
Yeah. Then No, I mean the after party.
People are noticing the silence from Ellen and other big names, and it's raising eyebrows at the perception level. But it gets even more layered. Remember the workplace scandal? Former staff described a culture of fear where speaking up felt impossible. Many fans compare that dynamic, fear, power, silence, to how other celebrity circles might operate when someone has clout. While this doesn't prove anything criminal, it explains why the parallels keep being drawn. Stories like the Ellen gaze from crew members or claims about certain guests being sidelined only reinforce the pattern. Control, pressure, and silence. A sharp contrast moment came in 2009 when Ellen called out Diddy on her show after Chris Brown's public domestic violence incident, speaking strongly against letting girls think abuse is acceptable.
You know, so if you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave.
Right.
Gotta keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
It's a little kinky, but
Yeah.
you know.
As workplace claims about Ellen's show began circulating, former staff described a toxic environment that felt abusive to them. That contrast is why many people cried hypocrisy, not as proof of a crime, but because it clashed with her public image. Around the same time, reports surfaced that Ellen and Portia sold their Montecito home and moved to rural England, a move linked publicly to politics. Viewers timed the timing to the growing Diddy discussion, watching which celebrities stayed silent. Then, rumors spiraled, including a false claim involving an arrest warrant connected to Stephen Twitch Boss. Fact checkers shut it down, but it spread fast. With Ellen's reputation already damaged, her name became a magnet for shocking stories. Even in her Netflix special, she joked about being pushed out, but many felt it sounded like deflection. The reactions only kept growing. The latest buzz online has fans dissecting who gets held accountable and who doesn't. Some say Ellen is quietly in England, while Diddy faces federal court, and Joe Rogan is calling out what everyone else whispers. Clips of Ellen avoiding questions get labeled guilty by viewers, but that's perception, not proof. People connect toxic workplace headlines, unsatisfying apologies, and her move overseas to the Diddy drama, forming one ongoing narrative. The question on everyone's mind: why do some names face non-stop scrutiny while others skate by? Ellen's connections, money, and influence seem to shield her. Meanwhile, Rogan's bold approach gives audiences permission to question openly. The controversy isn't who's worse. It's why some stories get relentless attention. Old interviews resurface, jokes get relabeled, and viewers hunt for patterns. Ellen likely stays in quiet mode, remembered for her workplace issues, while Diddy's legal battles keep expanding, pulling in more names along the way.